Angela ine ekintu kyagambye kyenjagala asooka tukkaatirize nti abakazi bwe tumala ozzaala ne tubeera ewaka yakusanga oli ka modo ogezze teweefuddeeko abasajja tebatufaako Angela.
I think that a lot of women when they get married or have the man or in a relationship, they get relaxed.
Yeah, true.
Especially those ones who have a kid now. They believe like they own the man. They don't have to, dress up and diva anymore. And they forget that the man found you a supermodel.
Yeah, true.
For example, you notice at people's weddings, you look at the woman and she looks amazing. Yeah. So that's who the man married. And then now over the years, you've had kids and you've let yourself go. You don't even bother with the nails. You don't bother. And then you wonder why the man starts looking aside or going to bars and cheating. Because you've changed the terms of the contract. You're not who he married. Okay. So that's what I need to
maintain my size by as long as he's supporting me to have a size.
Whether he supports you or not, that should be your responsibility. Why should a man support you to have a size? It's you to make yourself, make it a priority and say, you know what, I need to look good.
Wait.
That is the truth.
They want 20K for speaking the truth.
Angela, I know you're about that. You talk the truth. You're always open and say the truth. But men don't do their part.
Why should you? That's what I kept talking about, the dependency. Really, it's your body. You can run, you can choose to take care of your body. It's you to take care of your nails and stuff. But if you wait for a man, you wait for a man to do everything every day. These are the mistakes that we're saying that women usually make. Really, that should be your responsibility to make sure you look good. If a man supports you, good. If he doesn't support that, make sure you look good. That should be your commitment. You know what I'm saying? To yourself. Don't you always want to look good? You go, you let yourself go, the Angela Katatumba has passed by, all eyes go there, and you wonder why everyone is chasing Angela.
Because he's seeing another face. Maybe it's
seeing another face, and also he's seeing a woman who takes care of herself. Everybody wants the person who looks good and is taking care of herself.
Okay.
And then you start asking, when you start getting annoyed with Angela, work on yourselves.
Yeah, true. Angela, how do you win a man's heart? How do you own? And you're like, man, I own him.
To win a man's heart, can you really own anyone? That's to be possessive, to say this is my possession. First of all, I don't think anybody can own anyone. And I think that, people just fall in love. I know that what men love, just do what men love. Look good, take care of yourself, make sure you smell right, you know what I'm saying? Make sure your breath is good. These are simple things that you'd be surprised that very many women don't take care of with themselves.
Angela,
just make sure you look good. Okay. And
I may not own a person, but winning man's heart. Could be the other word I used is big. Owning a person is really hard.
Winning a man's heart.
Winning a man's heart. What do I need to do? How do I win it? And I'm like, yes.
You win it by, like what I've said. You just
by doing that, I have him.
I think so. I think that if you realize, because you can't say, well, I'm going to win someone's heart today. No, these things happen.
Angela, if it was about being smart, looking good,
being independent, by now would have been no single mothers out there, because we have good-looking women out there. I think there are those small things. We need a man to take you to get married.
Of course, from courtshiping to a marriage.
Just do the right thing.
What are those right things we need to do?
Take care of yourself. Look good, be respectful, be loving, be kind. And a lot of the guys also want, a smart woman so that they can come home and talk to you.
You have a point. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That is a point.
So that's a person who talks sense. Be everything. You know what I'm saying? And not just for one man to look for you, for the whole world to admire you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that when you talk, look at me talking on camera. If I start talking nonsense, trust me, people remove their remote controls.
Yeah, true.
So it's not don't just do that to target a man. Just do that to be the perfect woman, so that when you come in front of the camera, when you come in front of the function, when you come in front of people, you're well presented, you speak sense, just
I think being
just being you and being the best you can
winning
be.
a man's heart. I think it's a very big thing to us women. Some of us, we don't know what men want. You get a man, you don't know what he wants. Probably you're doing a lot. You go buy him clothes, buy him shoes, thinking by what you're doing,
That's
winning.
buying a man.
Then other people think doing that you're winning him.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You go home.
Even the question alone, I find it the question.
There's a lady
problem
that-
with the question. How do you win a man's heart? That is now taking us back to girls, be dependent and learn, do everything so that a man can do you a favor to be with you. No!
Men do
Make
us favor.
yourself the prize. You know what I'm saying? My job is not to find a man to win. My job is to make sure I am the prize. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
First of all, have the confidence. Be able to communicate. Look good. You know what I'm saying? The men will be attracted, and when they are attracted, let him be more attracted to your character.
Okay.
Let him be more attracted to the fact that, oh my God, she's hardworking, she's independent. Those are very attractive traits.
Yeah, true.
So those are things that attract a man to you. So keeping him, that is, you just leave that to God, because guess what?
I know you
Even
said
if
it
you cook and you cook,
And you
never
never
say
beg.
to cook, but even those ones who cook, they cheat on them. Those ones who somersault in bed, they
I
cheat on them.
know.
Those ones who do it all, they cheat on them. So don't do things for a man to look for you. You be the best you can be. Be independent so that you do your part. Don't break your back. Just be the best you can be.
You have to be so cheap, I tell, like, because
Yeah.
you're low for a man. There's a lady told me, I've done everything. I wash his clothes, I go visit him every Sunday. I wash his clothes, I get tired, but not even him calling me and saying, baby, thank you for doing all this. I want him to marry me. It's what
But those
he
are things
said.
that are a turn off because you're now too desperate. You're looking for his. A man, believe it or not, the women who don't even want to be married are the ones who are being chased for marriage.
By the way, true.
Men love independence. They love a woman who doesn't have
And you
the
show
time.
him I don't want. I'm okay. I'm
Exactly.
okay being this way.
It's not even about being. It's not even about showing him. Let that be your life, where you're not looking for a man's approval and a man to win.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
true.
saying? Just be you. Be hardworking. Be independent. Let him find you busy. You know, let him know that, wow, Angela, if I don't get her now, I'm sure the other men who are dying for her, let him be the one to win you. And this is the problem with society. Here, women are groomed to win a man.
Yeah,
a
true.
man who will cheat on you tomorrow and leave tomorrow. So when he leaves, the first option is either kill people or kill yourself or kill the woman or fight someone.
And it's really rare to find a man saying, I want to win, that is Angela.
Yes.
Sex. We're talking about sex.
You're talking about sex on the first night?
Yes. Yeah, like I've seen my guy and I feel I'm so honey, and the feelings are so high. I'm like, let's
And
dance.
this is the man you want to marry also, you want to win.
Yeah, I want him to be my
So imagine the message you're giving to the man. If he takes you the first night, you've just met and you have sex.
I'm proving to him that I love him. Maybe I love you, I'm okay with it.
You've met him, you love him the first day? No, that's kasigiri. That's what they call, that is what they call, it's kasigiri.
I know.
Like you don't, yes, he'll, and you know men, they don't mind, you know, if you
Yeah, you're
get it,
giving,
they'll
okay.
eat it, so take it. But it shows you don't value yourself, you know?
Okay.
So if he also sees you not valuing yourself, then he'll also not value you. And in his mind, he's like, really, who can marry this one on the first day? So a few relationships are lucky, some can develop. But in general, it is not wise if you want to win a man to sleep with him immediately.
So for how long do I need to keep him waiting for this?
And it's not a timetable. Just if you know you want him for a long time, then get to know each other. You know, don't rush it.
It is this.
Exactly.
Know your.
Thank you. Let me first know before I invest into a problem or I waste my time. You know what I'm saying? Get to know who he is. Get to know his habits. Get to know if he'll do tests or not. I mean, that's
After then I can
study.
give in.
Yeah, there's no hurry. Why are you rushing?
Angel, what if I've not rushed and I've given him like 6 months after I've slept with him? The 6 months. After
months?
6 months, yes, we have made love.
That's very good. After 6 months.
Yes.
That's very good.
And Angela, I've kept him waiting for this 6 months. He has done it. He blocked me. He doesn't want to hear anything from me.
Exactly. Now, during those 6 months, you should know if you're compatible with the person.
Angela,
if really this is, you can tell a man
Angela, you can't have a man. Men expect things in us. They look at you and they're like, wow, did I sleep with this person? What? The moment they sleep with you, they get disappointed.
Like, no, look, that is because that's if you focus the whole thing on sex. But surely in 6 months you should know together if the guy is planning to develop properties, or he's working, or but as he's studying you, you're studying him. Really, by 6 months,
it's so hard to study.
No, actually, they are very easy to study.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's when you go in with desperate situations and desperate time. Time tells everything. You can tell in the time as you're talking to each other. Oh, this one is developmental. This one loves his mom. This one is a family guy.
Mommy's boy.
His pattern. It's so. By 6 months, you should know if this is. And also, are you just torturing him just to say it has to be 6 months? Even there, you become a bore, complete bore. 1, 2 is saying, is this girl, is she hardworking, is she independent, is she going to over-depend on me? Are you always asking for transport, asking for airtime every second? So he's like, okay, this one, let me just sleep with her and call it a day. No. What are you also putting on the table?
Meaning sex is not so important in the relationship.
Sex should not be the most important thing in a relationship.
Really?
And that's where a lot of people go wrong.
You know, men tell you I love you the next message. When
but then of course you know it's a joke. Yeah, because when a man tells you I love you,
men think
I find that so funny.
Sex proves to them that I'm into them, that I love you, I've given you my body, and
they pressurize you for that. That's what men do. They are animals. And if the quicker you can give it, the better. So it is you now to gauge and say, you guide him and be like, first wait, there are many more things
to do than
have sex. So if you guide him into that, know that, see that I'm a hardworking woman, see that, I value myself. He'll also start saying, wow, this is a woman I want to marry.
Should we put conditions should we put conditions on this, like sex, and you're like, honey, to make it with you, let's first go and see my parents?
In the beginning?
No, like after we are dating, we are moving around. Like
in the dating period.
There's this thing as Christians do, the born again, no sex before marriage. Do you hear about that?
That one I don't agree. I've never disagreed with a statement like that one.
We see young boys marrying women.
It is right, but it is so wrong.
Because the Bible says it. Angela, in case we are at the date, do I need to ask my partner how much sex do you need?
On a date? When during the period of you guys getting to know each other, those are the questions.
Like, honey, how much period do you?
Those are the questions. Finances, know about each other. That's why it's called dating.
Men don't talk
about how much sex you need. Do you how many rounds is enough? Ask each other during that.
How many rounds, Angela, do you go for?
I should ask you. Who said you're a sex maniac?
No, I'm not. Now, and Angela, back to our topic. Do women cheat?
Women definitely also cheat. That's to be honest, to be fair. But they're just a bit. They're not as regular cheaters as men, because just men are just too
for men it's okay, we understand. They have so many excuses.
I know.
When it comes to that, when you get him, man, it's not what you think. Hey, you get him red-handed.
But women are a bit smarter about their cheating and more careful.
Yeah, true.
But
they cheat.
Yeah, they do cheat.
Why? Why do they cheat?
Because if they're unhappy, the reason men, because it's also a two-way street.
Oh.
When I met you also, you also you had a 6-pack. Now we are talking with a 1-pack. Now you also end up taking care of yourself.
So you go out there and look for
men also change sometimes the contract. That could be also another reason for women to cheat, because she's not, she's not feeling that attraction from you also, just like you want with her initially.
So is there a way we can keep this?
That's one. 2, another reason to cheat is maybe you're not giving her attention, you're not giving her time. You tend to ignore her and take her for granted. So now she wants attention, she wants time, she wants to feel valued from someone else. So those are the reasons people cheat.
That is mainly why women cheat.
Yes, that's why, mainly. Yeah.
Women, how about when it comes to money? Don't you think?
Oh yes, definitely yes. If you're not providing and you especially these women who are so dependent, and then the man now, for example, something happens and he's not doing well financially or something like that, and they go into desperate situations and they start looking for financial comfort elsewhere.
Don't you think when it comes to men cheating, we ladies push our men to cheat? We talked about it, but leave apart this physical looking. We talked about it.
I think
when it comes to
I think when we're a quarrelsome woman.
Yes.
Quarrelsome women.
Disrespectful.
You want to make him feel small. You keep putting him down. You keep comparing him to better guys. Even if it were you, that doesn't make you feel good.
Yeah, true.
So those are reasons. You make someone feel unworthy of you, then let me go somewhere else where I'll be appreciated. And vice versa. Same things with women, same things with men. So those are also reasons.
Angela, apart from your songs, the songs you do, is there any love song you know from another artist here or not here in Uganda
that I love?
That you love to listen to, and it's a love song?
Spanish Guitar by Tony Braxton.
Please, a cappella, like at least like 2 verses.
Okay. A smoky room, a small cafe. They come to hear you play and drink and dance the night away.
Wow. Okay, that is nice. Then when it comes to your songs, what is your best song?
Right now, always the best song is always the latest one, Love Me.
Love Me. Okay, can you do us a cappella still on that?
The contribution that I did on that song was just the hook, which is love me, baby. Feel me, baby.
So, any song of yours that you could love to sing for us here on Late Night Love?
Sing again?
Yes, one song.
Turn it on.
Let's go.